behave in certain ways in different circumstances. So it's a bit hard for me to tell whether at the time of licensing, I believe everything that needed to be catered for was already catered for. But
the question of the Member of Parliament's conduct is one of public record, and so I suppose I will just move on to the fact that it does bring generally into question that procedure, the vetting by police of those who should carry. Having said that, there appears to be some sort of craze right now with a certain elite to carry a firearm, and particularly men. Why is it some sort of status symbol in Kenya?
Well, Anne, it shouldn't be. Let me say it shouldn't be. And as an association, what we have endeavored to do is get the people who are licensed and ensure that they become proficient. Ours is more about training. Mm-hmm. We are not pro-gun. We do not advocate for more guns. All we are saying is the people who have been licensed by government to carry firearms, mm-hmm. it is a great responsibility upon their shoulders. Mm-hmm. And what we do as an association is actually train them to be proficient in the use of their firearms.
Should club owners allow civilians carrying weapons to enter their premises in an environment where there's going to be undoubtedly intoxication?
Again, Anne, it's a bit hard to judge what people go to do in clubs. I want to assume that not everyone goes to drink. But again, we have facilities that have very clear directives, very clear-cut procedures on how they handle their firearms. And, there have never been incidents in these places. But again, the Firearms Act is clear about possession of a firearm while intoxicated or while imbibing or while engaging in drinking alcohol. The two don't go together, and the Firearms Act is clear about that.
But having said that, you're quite right that not everybody who goes to a club is necessarily partaking of, but certainly there would be a majority of revelers who would be at a club specifically or a bar for that purpose specifically. So it's about the general environment in which somebody who is carrying a weapon is operating. I mean, is that a safe environment really for a licensed firearm holder to, be possessing a weapon?
And the truth is, the incidents that happened is about a minority. The majority of licensed firearm owners are responsible. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it just takes one incident to spoil the whole thing. It takes one fly to spoil the broth. So in this case, I would say this is a minority. It's not the majority. The majority of licensed firearm owners, and I'd like to speak more about our members, are responsible with their firearms, in as much as they know what the provision of the law is. Uh-huh. I feel, to a large extent, the people you see misbehaving with firearms, to a large extent, are not aware of what the law provides for as far as a justifiable use of a firearm. Yeah,
which again, brings into question, that procedure by police. But we're running out of time, sir, and I just want to conclude with this. According to a Geneva-based research group, the Small Arms Survey, it's reporting that in 2017, there were 750,000 guns in private hands in Kenya, nearly a 50% increase from a decade before, 99% of those guns being illicit or unlicensed. Do you think that is the case? And as a former police officer, does it worry you that there would be so many guns circulating in the civilian population?
And this number of guns, primarily, the larger percentage is within the areas prone to cattle rustling and banditry. And I believe the Minister for Interior and the Coordination of National Government is actually mopping up those guns. I think the process started a month ago. And in as much as they vetted all licensed firearm owners, I believe that it's a step in the right direction. It may be, a drop in the ocean, but it's a step in the right direction.
Is Kenya safer with more civilians holding guns?
For as long as, one, they are proficient, for as long as they understand the provisions of the law, as far as justifiable use of a firearm is concerned. Mm-hmm. I think proficiency is key. An understanding of the law, justifiably used, I think that's where we should be headed.
And that's our time. Thank you, sir, very much for your insights. We're taking a short break on Punchline. When we return, we get into the thick, the mud, the scandal of it all, the politics of this past weekend on Punchline. Stay with us.